We're going to learn about honorifics. Honorifics is a fancy way of saying titles like Mr, Mrs, Miss, Ms and Master. First up is Mrs. If Miss Smith decided to marry Mr Jones, she could then change her name to Mrs Jones. So she's no longer Mrs Smith, she takes her husband's name and becomes Mrs Jones. When a woman marries, she is no longer Miss but Mrs. She can choose to become a Mrs. Here is Mrs and Mr Arjun. When a man becomes married, he remains Mr. If he's not married, he's also Mr. This is a married man. He is Mr Jones. This is a man that's not married. We can call him Mr Bennett. If a woman isn't married, we call her Miss. This is Miss Eleanor. If a woman doesn't want you to know if she's married or not, they can call themselves Ms. This is Ms Tooth Fairy. This is Miss. She doesn't mind if you know if she's married or not. If there's a little boy, we can call him Master. This is Master John. And this is Master Alan. For a little girl, we can call her Miss. This is Miss Judy. Here is Miss Alicia. And here is Miss Anna. To recap, we have Mr, Miss, Mrs, Ms and Master. Time to test you. What would you call these? Mrs and Mr. How about these two newlyweds? They've just got married. What would you call them? Mr and Mrs. This is an unmarried lady. Miss. This is an unmarried lady, but she doesn't want you to know if she's married or not. What would we call her? Ms. This is a married man. What would we call him? Mr. This is an unmarried man. What do we call him? Mr. This man's married. You're right, he's Mr. We don't change his name. How about this little boy? What could we call him? Master. And this little gal? What title could we give her? Miss. Now, doctors have a different title. They are doctor. And a female doctor is also doctor. So there's no change. Thanks for learning. Bye.